A Premier League club has inquired about the possibility of signing Mason Greenwood from Manchester United. Well, there is more bids that are expected to come in as we head fast into the summer transfer window. My name is Webb. Welcome aboard. This is the United Hotspot. I do remind you, we are on the road to 10K. And thank you, fam. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing what you're doing. If you haven't subscribed, better do it, fam. Let's join this party because it's about to get exciting. When we get into the summer transfer window, trust you me, the talk is gonna get hotter. Now, here's the thing. So, a Premier League club, which is unnamed, they are yet to name it yet. It could be Crystal Palace, but it is unnamed, guys. But a Premier League club believed to be Crystal Palace has inquired about the prospect of signing Mason Greenwood from Manchester United, and United are yet to respond. Remember, it was said before the arrival of Sir Jim Ratcliffe that Man United would not be willing to sell Greenwood to an English club because, of course, the idea is for him to play out of England. So if he's playing in the Premier League club, well, it wouldn't make sense. He would rather stay instead of selling him to a rival. But a club has had the audacity to inquire about the prospect of signing him, and United are waiting to respond, and they have tabled a fairly compelling offer, including one of their star players that they want to have Greenwood join them in what would be a swap deal, and give them one of their players, either Eze or Mike Olise, who United has been linked with. So that talk is flying around. So that's what's happening. But the whole reality is United seem to be now aware of this player, and they're holding on to the highest bidder. They know that they might not want to stay with him, go into the summer transfer with hopes that they'll get as much money as they can from him. And it is reported, again, I'm so disappointed. I said this months ago. People are just reporting it now like it's news, but I'll say it as well just to be part of it in case you didn't know that I said this months ago. But it is said that he's priced at between 30 to 40 million pounds. Now, for me, honestly, that United apparently clubs want to give them less than 30 to 40. That's why they're holding out. And I'm thinking, which club would come to sign Greenwood with a bid even as low as 40 million? Are those serious, clubs? Are they seriously interested in him? I don't care whether his contract is left with a year. He has got an option of extending it by a further year to go up to 2026. Listen, Greenwood cannot be a 40 million pounds player. No wonder these clubs are interested. Premier League clubs are saying, if he's going for 30 to 40, give him to us. We don't care about the hate from the fans and all. Let the Man United pretenders lose him. I want him. Give him to me. That's according to what's happening. So the suggestion seems to show, the report seems to suggest that the fee that United and Ineos have zeroed on is 30 to 40 million. I honestly think that's extremely disrespectful for this player. You would rather keep him. But also, if Premier League clubs are showing that they can go for him, they're expressing interest in him, it's a sign, guys, that he can probably play football in England. It's a sign. It's a sign. Man United, Old Trafford is not going to be empty because Greenwood is back playing. The people who don't want him back are the fewer. It's the fewer number of people. He won't cause division in the club. He won't be that, come on. Greenwood, 40 million quid. It's so painful. But it is said that a club, believed to be Juventus as well, is interested. They are contemplating putting in an early bid for him. They are contemplating putting in an early bid early into the transfer window so that it might be a fast mover's advantage, because they do want to take advantage of the fact that United is desperate for cash. So if you come with your money, I'm imagining if really 30 to 40 is what they're rating him at, if you came with your 40 million pounds, they will give him to you immediately, or 35. They will just give him to you because, well, they need money. They are desperate for cash if they're going to beat the financial fair play, man. But that's where we are with Mason Greenwood, the player who is scoring goals for fun in the Liga at Getafe. He has scored, braces and assisted. He has scored 10 goals already in the Liga. He has assisted about 6. I mean, he's just on form, doing things left, right, and center. But United somehow are willing to lose him as part of the players they are releasing with the whole lot of these nobodies that they have. Remember, the plan is for Ineos to take offers. Any amount you have, come as you are. We will talk. We will talk. So come with what you have and we'll listen to your offer. That's where we are. And sadly, Mason Greenwood is being included in that mix. It's so sad to see, really. It doesn't make sense at all for such a star player. But, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. What then do we do? So Meaning now United has got to look for options. And well, if they don't go, which most likely won't be the case, if they are to sell him, I don't see Greenwood being sold to a Premier League club. So if they are to sell him and they don't go for, but guys, it's still an if. It's still an if. Remember, I keep telling you, I'm for that boy returning, but Ineos has got to make the decision. But these are now reports coming through. Now, the desperate conditions United is in. If you look at all our players, probably Greenwood is the only one player you can say we are selling and everyone comes running. So it's obvious that how much we cannot get any money for most of the rest of the other players. So it's clear. Maybe Bruno Fernandes, because he said that Man United, whereas they are not intentionally putting Bruno, Onana, and Dalot on sale, if a club came with a significant offer, they would listen. So if Man City came and said, give us Bruno for 60 million quid, I'm assuming United would listen, or 50 million. I'm assuming United will listen, because now that's how desperate we are. We are in a typical proper sell to buy situation. And that is what might force Ineos to sell players they initially wouldn't have wanted to sell, like Bruno, like Dalot, like the goalkeeper himself, Andre Onana. So it's a whole different means. The idea is for Ineos is to just reorganize the whole thing and give the club a whole new identity, new freshness. And well, with that, maybe you can listen and say, okay, maybe Greenwood can go in the mix. For me, my only pain is because we're losing a very good player, and I'm looking at it most on the footballing side, but also in terms of rebranding. If things have not been going well, you want to give a new face to the club. You want to perhaps get rid of all this the drama with Greenwood, and just let it go of all of it, so that it's a whole new look Manchester United. In that regard, you can painfully understand why Greenwood might be let go of, but you can only understand it. I would only understand it if he left for the right fee. But Greenwood leaving for 30, 40 million quid does not make sense, whichever way I look at it. It can make it make sense. Honestly, go in the comment section and make it make sense. Of course, there are people who say because we did not buy him, because he's an academy boy, he's groomed his own, all that is profit. Nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. You don't sell a player because we bought him, this much. That's wrong. Sell him based on the market, the market value. What's the value of players like Greenwood on the market? If Greenwood was a Real Madrid player, stars, he's how United wanted to sign him, how much would Real Madrid ask for? That's 100 million plus. That's it. That's how hot this boy is. So for me, I don't buy into that whole, he's a whole profit situation, and that's why we are taking peanuts for him. It's even disrespectful to a player of his caliber if it goes down that he sold Green, because if a club bought Greenwood now, and I'm sure Real Madrid would be interested in him in a few years. He's 22. If a club bought Mason Greenwood now in 2 years, because even Getafe can break the bank and sign Greenwood for 30 million, if that's the fee. If they did so, they know they would get 80 from Real Madrid in 2 seasons or 1 season, or from Barcelona, or from whichever other big club. So it does not in any way make sense. That's why I say that for me, it's a whole unfortunate situation how they are treating him. But if that's how they have chosen to let go of him, so be it. I hope it all turns out good for Manchester United. So very soon the transfer talk is beginning. There's lots of speculations coming through. I've heard of people now beginning to bash Todibo, Todibo, saying he's not good enough, does not communicate. We'll talk about him and whether he's still the defender, the centre back Manchester United will be looking at. But for now, we are still following up on the situation with Ineos and what exactly they're doing. What strategies are they coming up with to make money? First things first, they're saying no pricing of these players. We are not really sure. And don't you be fooled that United want this amount for Marcus Rashford. They're not sure how much he's worth. They could get higher than they might value him, or even well lower. So that's the situation. At least what they have done is underpriced Mason Greenwood. But what do we do? For us is to wait for Man U to be performing. Anyhow, that's it. My name is Webb. This is the United Hotspot. Subscribe, guys, and I'll catch you later.